Yeah.
One day.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You know, Honorable Ichungwa was opening a Pandora's box in his closing remarks, but I will avoid that route for now. Mr. Speaker, I must also appreciate that today I've been able to set my eyes on the chair for budget for public petitions. I've never had a chance to see him physically in this house. Chair, Honorable Mbai, today I've seen you. I'm very happy. I just wish that you continue becoming available and consulting with my office, because it's important that chairs also consult with my office, especially on issues of public importance such as public petitions. Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let me second the motion by basically echoing the words of the Honorable Ichungwa, that this short recess is timely, it's very timely, Mr. Speaker. And I must thank the House Business Committee for having exercised its discretion to revise the calendar of the House to accommodate the need for members to be with their constituents, especially now that the financial year has come to an end. So, Speaker, the importance of the NGCDF can never be overemphasized. And it is also true, Mr. Speaker, that in many instances, many MPs who have been able to make it back to this House once, twice, or more times have been able to do so on account of how well their constituency CDF committees have managed those funds, Mr. Speaker. And the MPs, in the course of their day-to-day oversight and representation roles, have got a duty to ensure that these funds are utilized appropriately. Mr. Speaker, the national government CDF funds are some of the decentralized funds that have had the greatest possible impact at the grassroots. And therefore, I am pleased to learn that today the National Treasury has been able to disburse all the funds due in this financial year, which we are ending tomorrow. Mr. Speaker, I must thank members, honorable members, for having exerted this pressure from across the political divide. Because without that pressure, this money wouldn't have come, Mr. Speaker, I can tell you. From past experience, we have never had the opportunity to have these monies disbursed before the close of the financial year. Now, this is the first one on account of the pressure that has been exerted by members of this House. So that pressure must continue, so that even as we start a new financial year, these disbursements must be made on timely basis, so that these monies can be used to do the work they are meant to do, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as we embark on the new financial year, I also hope that members of this House will guide their constituents accordingly in prioritizing new projects. And as we do so, let us also empower these constituency oversight committees, which under the current Act have a role to play in oversighting these funds, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I can tell you, and those of us who are here for the first time, that if these funds are utilized prudently, there are very, very high chances that you will make it back to this House. But if by any chance these funds are misappropriated, you will be basically digging a political grave, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I must say that as we embark on this new journey of coming up with the new projects for the new financial year, let us take it upon ourselves to ensure that this NGCDF is ring-fenced further and further. This NGCDF must be ring-fenced by whatever means possible. For some of us, this is the only fund we can talk of. This is the only fund you can be sure of, Mr. Speaker. And sometimes I wonder, this idea of MPs developing a habit of disturbing State House for development, I don't know where it comes from. Yet the development you can count and you can touch is that which comes from the utilization of NGCDF funds. So stop disturbing State House with endless visits. MPs from especially my side of the political divide. Stop wasting your time queuing at State House looking for so-called development, yet you have got an opportunity to develop the constituency using the NGCDF funds, which are being managed by your own committees, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, with those very many remarks, I wish to support. To second, and in response to Honorable Chekonga's remarks, reiterate that development is not found in State House. Development is budgeted for in this House. And NGCDF is such development that needs to be utilized appropriately. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I second.
Thank you, Honorable Minority Leader. Honorable members, I now propose